Good morning, champions. How you doing? Good morning, Claire. How are you?
Well, thanks, Alex. How are you today?
Very good, very good. For new viewers, we're joined by Claire Davis, who's our mental health and resilience coach within the gym. She keeps us on the straight and narrow, and you are here for our weekly therapy session for me. This is where we talk about through the week, and typically the topics are related to mental health, and normally they're things that I have felt through the week, and we talk through them, and hopefully it makes me feel better, and by doing so it helps everyone else do well too. So how's your week, Claire?
It's been really good, actually. Very, very positive. I had a brilliant webinar yesterday with people all across the world, and it just makes you feel great when things like that happen. So
I think that's one of the difficult things for a lot of recruiters at the moment. They're not being given an opportunity to do the things they're good at, and actually doing things you're good at that know help people are actually the things that make. There's a lot of goodness comes from doing that.
Yeah, definitely.
So the first topic on our slate this week is keeping your cool.
Wow! So give us a story. Going to talk about that, Alex.
Well, to be fair, I have been hanging on to my cool by this much a couple of times this week. There was a couple of times this week. If you come into my office, this is all you would have seen.
Oh, bless you, Alex. Oh, bless. Well, I only heard something then. So actually, we wanted to bring up keeping your cool again after we mentioned it last week, because actually last week it was a bit ironic that the topic was keeping your cool when my technology didn't work, and all you heard was, go on, Alex, do the way I sounded last Friday. And the weirdest thing was, Alex, the whole way through I'm thinking, oh my goodness, this is echoing in my ears. This is sounding really weird. What's going on? Can Alex hear it if I just speak normally? I'm sure it's fine on the other end. And because of so much that's happened throughout my life where I have been panicking in the moment, I have learnt over the years how to keep my cool when things aren't going as I'm expecting them to go.
Yeah. And what was really good about that, Claire, is that because that's live. We have over 100 people live every day. The recording will go out, and it's a different type of cool, that one you had to keep, because you could have panicked of, oh my goodness, like everyone's going to think I'm drunk at 9 o'clock in the morning. And I was really impressed at how I was like, I'm sorry about that. Are you okay? To be fair, I had some texts come in going, was Claire okay? And I'm like, no, she's fine. So there's a lot of love out there in the group for you, Claire.
Thank you. And thank you, Alex, and thank you for your concern. So what was going on in my head when that was happening? Because technology does let us down a lot. So what's going on in our head? So in my head, I was actually giggling a little bit, thinking, this is ridiculous. Oh, well, it's only 15 minutes of my life. It'll be over with, and we can laugh about it. So I'm going to tell you that 5-10 years ago, that wouldn't have been going on in my head when that was happening. What would have been going on in my head was panic. I want to get this over and done with. And what do I do? So it's changing our mindset.
And what were you doing differently now than you would have done 10, 15 years ago in that situation?
I just think it's the way I'm thinking, that life's too short. And if we're worrying about, do you remember the book that Don't Sweat the Small Stuff? It was a really big seller in about the 90s, I think.
Yeah, I don't remember that one, but I'm familiar with the concept. So.
Yes, Don't Sweat the Small Stuff. And I think I used to read it in the 90s, but I still did sweat the small stuff. But what I'm doing now is, I'm too old. I've had too much go on in my life that, hey-ho, it's not a big deal. It doesn't make me look really stupid. Let's laugh about it.
I think that's one thing that there's plenty of things that don't come with age, like strength and your ability to have energy, but the whole capacity to not give a fuck is absolutely, like, every day I get stronger at not caring, which is definitely a good thing.
And
So
it's something we need to work on, Alex. It's not something that comes naturally. We do need to work on it. And we can either go into something going, this is going to be bad, or just go in and say, look, whatever happens, happens.
And we talk about that a lot when we talk about social media training and getting people to be better at posting on social media. Often the weight we put on a single post is just way too important. Like the worst that's going to happen, it sinks into an abyss. Even if you get trolled, they share their network with you. I get trolled occasionally by a couple of people, and I just sit there and I'm always like, thank you for sharing your network. Because when they troll me, they basically share me with everyone in their network.
So thinking about what are the positives in any situation.
Yeah,
what
indeed.
Positively can we get out of it?
Great. So that's the first thing, keeping your cool. Yeah. The second thing, and it's linked to keeping your cool really, is we're talking about bingo.
Yeah, I love bingo.
Lucy's Eye or something like that is number one. I mean,
I don't number one? Legs 11.
Yeah.
Two little ducks, two fat ladies, 88.
So last night we played bingo as a family, and we had it on a Zoom call, and my brother took pictures of the bingo books and all that sort of stuff.
Oh, cool.
And my son played on his own because he was like, I'm going to play on my own, and he could do all the numbers. And when you're his age, it's that his mindset was, I really want to win this. But what he hasn't connected is that bingo is a game of chance.
Yep.
And so by the end, when he hadn't won, he was heartbroken, like tears. You could see him, he's 10 and he was like trying not to cry. Inside, you could see like he was trying to look normal, and then tears were coming down, and you could see he was fighting it. And it was what was reminded me is that there were Kelly's Eye. I'm not sure what it is about Kelly's Eye.
Thanks, Alan.
But it was an opportunity to sort of like just remind me and him that there's some things in life that we take part in that are games of chance. Yeah. So the economic situation is a game of chance. Like the whole COVID situation, the state of the economy is a game of chance. We can't control it. So we just sort of need to accept it and try to enjoy the situation. Losing at a game of chance is not fun. And it's one of the reasons why I don't gamble. Because it's just a phrase that was told to me when I was about 20, where someone told me is that you can never put enough money on a winning horse. And what that means is that if you lose, you feel sad. If you win, all you do is wish you put more on. So actually, there's no pleasure. Like there's no pleasure in it, because all you ever do is wanted more or a result. So when I do go to the horses or I go to the casino, I play to lose. Like there's no desire to win. It is a game of chance.
Back to mindset, Alex. Love
exactly. So I think it, and I guess it's we've got the opportunity to influence some aspects of what we do. We talk about CIA, but there's a large part of the economy and the market that we can't directly control, and all we can do is build our businesses to match what we think the economic situation will be. That might be that if we're a business owner, we let staff go. It could be we rework our business model, or we move out of our offices. But we can only focus on the things that we've got to build our businesses and build our desks to match what we can control and influence, not the things that we just got to accept.
Love it. Absolutely love it. And that goes with mindset. And I know myself, I've really lowered my targets, how many days of training I'm expecting to do. And it's just helping the mindset instead of beating yourself up.
Yeah. So and linked to this, it's all flow today. So we got losing your cool, we got games of chance, we've then got indecision. And I guess one of my stressors this week was indecision. Do I stay or do I go? If I stay, there will be trouble. If I go, there could be double. But what you've got to let me know is, should I stay or should I go? It's always me. Anyway, so what consequences are there on your mental health from indecision, Claire?
I think it's back to your mindset. It's back to beating yourself up. I can't make a decision. I can't decide this. I can't do this. And I'm going to give you an example of my daughter. Bless her. She's at the age, she's nearly turning 18, and she's at the age where she wants to get an apprenticeship. And the case is, all her travel has stopped. She had all this year of travel, all planned, has stopped. And now she's in the indecision of, will there actually be apprenticeships out there? Should I be going for an apprenticeship, or should I be still working at my local leisure centre where I'm working? What should I be doing? Should I be staying here? Should I be living in Bristol or living in London? What should I be doing? And she's beating herself up. And so often with indecisions, we're beating ourselves up instead of relaxing and thinking, let's just take every day as it comes. There's no control here. You can't control
and I think that's, from my personal perspective, and I can probably speak for a lot of business owners, the need to feel like you've got a plan that will work is really important. Actually, I think we've got our heads around that the world is different, but what we want is certainty of what the plan is.
Yes.
And knowing what the right plan is difficult. And I think what I'm finding is when you're sort of thinking, I haven't got too many more rolls of the dice before I run out of money, or like if I make the wrong decision, then this bad thing will happen. It can really eat away at you, Claire.
It can eat away at you, and we have to change back to our mindset, thinking positively about it, and thinking about, okay, well, let's just have a breather. And so often we don't give ourselves time for that breather to really think things through and think of what are the pros, what are the cons, what will happen if I don't do something, what will happen if I do something. Just relax a bit and give myself some time.
Yeah, and I think that's the important thing, is to sort of try and A, relax, but B, accept the fact that, like, as long as you're not making a decision to walk off a plank or do something dangerous, like that, your life isn't on the line. And one of the phrases that I've tried to force myself, when you don't feel like something, I'm like, it's make a decision, make it right. If it's not the right decision, make another one, and then make that one right. And I've been trying to remind myself of that all week. Just make a decision, work to make it right. If it's not the right decision, make another one, and then work to make that one right. So, because we don't deliberately go out of our way to make bad decisions. But I think I can be guilty. And I know a lot of people that have been successful over the years just put a lot of weight on being right a lot of the time. And I'm not very good at being wrong.
And actually, to be fair, I think it goes with the territory of being in recruitment, because in recruitment, it's very fast paced. We have to be making decisions very, very quickly. And it's about other people's lives with regards to their jobs. So often we are putting the burden on ourselves and beating ourselves up. So it's just give ourselves time. We don't have to do it as fast a pace. Let's slow down a bit. Yeah,
indeed. So, and part of that is once you've made a decision, I have a coach or mentor that I work with, and he was talking about not looking back. And it's a bit like when you move on from a relationship, there's some bits that are not as good in your current relationship as the past relationship, but you sort of have to move on and accept the good for what you've got. And on that note, I found a poem.
I thought you'd already done your poem. Oh, no,
no, that was improv. That was improv.
That was improv. I love it.
So, but this is a quiz, okay? There is a quiz. I am going to send a free copy of my book to anybody that works out who the author of this poem is first, okay?
Okay.
Tell me a story where we all change and we'd live our lives together and not estranged. I didn't lose my mind, it was mine to give away. Couldn't stay to watch me cry. You didn't have the time. So I softly slip away. No regrets, they don't work. No regrets, they only hurt. Sing me a love song. Drop me a line. Suppose it's just a point of view, but they tell me I'm doing fine. I know from the outside, Andre McLean gets a book. I know from the outside, we look good for each other. Felt things were going wrong when you didn't like my mother. I didn't want to hate, but that's all you've left me with. A bitter aftertaste and a fantasy of how we all could live. No regrets. They don't work. No regrets. They only hurt. I know you're still talking. The demon's in your head. There we are.
I like that.
So Robbie Williams, no regret.
Oh, love it.
There we are. So it came to me this morning. And actually, I thought it was quite timely, really, because he's talked about we'd lived our life together and not estranged. Like we softly let no regret. Like there's loads of in that, which is basically
loads in that.
There was a past life 3 months ago.
Definitely.
We've got to play today. So Robbie Williams is who I thought wrote that. But what I'm going to do. Right. Okay. It was by Robbie Williams. He sang it, but I'm just checking Ronan Keating didn't write it because he is a fantastic. Writer. So Andre,
Angela's just said a really, really good point. Many people will be making life-changing decisions this year. We haven't got an exact frame of reference in what we've been experiencing. I think it's a really good point, Angela. So thanks for that. And
that links back to one of the themes we had this week, Claire, is that we should be speaking to candidates not about jobs, but about their career. And actually building relationships with them so we keep an eye out for the right opportunity. And I think millions of people are ripe for career conversations and career guidance. And I know Ruth Forster, one of the coaches in the gym, is starting her own business that I know you're helping with to provide career guidance and coaching.
Yeah, definitely.
So
look at her website because we've just done an interview together on how to help you with your mindset and your mental health when you are looking for your next role.
Great, fantastic. So there's one thing I'm going to ask of everybody. We've got a lot of fans of the gym and we're trying to grow the brand of the gym. And one of the ways of doing that is making sure Google thinks you're amazing.
Yay!
And so I put a link in the chat below and it'll be in the post below in the gym. Please click on that link, go to Google and rate the recruiting gym. Talk about Claire, talk about Alan, Angela, Catherine, and the guests that we've got, and hopefully you'll tell the world that the recruiting gym is a fantastic place to come and learn and be good at recruitment. For those that are just watching, just do a bit.ly/rate recruiting gym. That's all you need. bit.ly/rate recruiting gym. That's all you've got to do and go from there. So please do that. We'd really appreciate it. And I'll wish everyone a great week and take us away, Claire.
Have a fantastic bank holiday. Please rest and have a great time and enjoy the company of whoever you're talking to. Okay.
See you soon, everybody. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.